Ray J seems to be going through a hard time, and fans are now convinced that it all ties back to Diddy. Child, at this point, so many things in the industry can be tied back to Diddy, and it keeps getting worse every single time. It looks like Ray J just might be the next victim. For those who don't know, there have been concerns for a hot minute that Ray J has been on a downward spiral for a hot minute, and the streets are saying that Diddy allegedly made him an addict, which only made his mental health worse. So what exactly did Diddy do to Ray J? And has he been trying to take himself out? Let's break this down. Okay, so Ray J had his fans concerned for a hot minute about his mental state, and it goes back a couple of years. For example, in 2022, he had everyone concerned when it seemed like he was thinking of unaliving himself. He posted a picture of himself on a wall and wrote, "If it wasn't for my kids, I would jump off and die tonight." It was so bad that his sister Brandy made a post on Instagram that said, "Need you, bro." He has continued to struggle off and on, and it didn't take long for fans to start speculating that his substance use has something to do with it. It got worse when a blind item came out that said, "This celebrity adult star reality star who comes from an entertainment family is going to get himself killed if he keeps getting into fights because of how many he is using right now." The reports of him using didn't come as a shocker because there have been multiple allegations of him not only using but also supplying other vulnerable celebs like Whitney Houston and Wendy Williams with substances when they were at their lowest. Jaguar Wright claimed Whitney's death wasn't a simple tragedy but something far more sinister. She suggested Whitney didn't die peacefully in the bathtub and alleged her body showed injuries that pointed to a deeper, more troubling story. Ray J wasn't just some bystander in all this. He has strong connections with both the music executive and Diddy, even calling Diddy his role model. So why bring Ray J into it? At the time, he was one of Whitney's closest companions. 5 years after her split from Bobby Brown, she was back in the public eye, often seen with Ray J. While gossip swirled about them being romantically involved, they never confirmed it. Still, their 17-year age difference had people talking. Whitney was 48, Ray J was 31, and they were often spotted together at clubs and upscale dinners, fueling speculation about their relationship. Ray J consistently denied any romantic involvement with Whitney, maintaining that they were just close friends. However, his claims didn't convince many, even after her tragic passing in 2012. Just days before her death, the two were seen together, leaving people speculating about the real nature of their relationship.
It's a little rumor out of the way that I heard. You've been seen around town with Whitney Houston. Now, I know the rumors back in the day that y'all were hanging out. Well, what's the deal right now?
We hang, you know, it's Grammy weekend and she's in town and we had dinner and, you know, she's such an icon to where it reaches the masses. But, you know, we had a good time, we had dinner, that's it.
So, platonic, good for it. Hey, there's worse people.
Things took a darker twist when rumors surfaced that Ray J wasn't just a supportive friend, but may have been enabling Whitney's addiction. Allegations claimed he provided more than emotional support, possibly contributing to her struggle with crack. While Whitney denied these claims in interviews, reports suggest that those close to her, including Ray J, witnessed her decline firsthand. But that's not all, because a private investigator later revealed some disturbing details, claiming that Whitney had defense wounds on her body. Jaguar Wright has also supported this, claiming that Whitney's death didn't happen in the bathtub like the public was led to believe.
She was beat. They saw her body. She didn't just die in a tub, like she was beat up.
So fingers pointed squarely at Ray J for enabling Whitney's substance use. But that's not all, because a couple of months ago, Stunna Girl accused him of allegedly contributing to Whitney Williams' downfall by taking her on a substance binge, which ruined her life. Stunna wrote, "Instead of constantly being worried about me, Ray J needs to focus on what he did to Wendy Williams. She ain't been the same since you took her on that binge gang." For those who aren't familiar, Wendy and Ray J have been close friends for years. At times, their bond was so strong that rumors circulated about them being secretly involved, but both Wendy and Ray J denied any romantic connection, maintaining they were just friends. What's interesting is that Ray J was around Wendy during the peak of her addiction struggles. They were frequently seen together, and there were moments when Wendy appears to be out of it, raising concerns among fans. Again, I'm not saying that Ray J had anything to do with Whitney's substance use or her passing, or even with Wendy's addiction. However, fans just find it weird that he happened to be around two older women who both had a serious struggle with substance use. Either something fishy is going on, or this is the mother of all coincidences. But that's not all, because the blind item also talked about how he's been getting into fights, and y'all want to guess who he's gotten into fights with in the past couple of weeks? Diddy's sons, that's who. The thought of Diddy's sons jumping Ray J not once but twice is kind of wild, considering that Diddy and Ray J used to be on very good terms. It probably has something to do with how Ray J switched up on Diddy after his arrest and started criticizing him.
Is Diddy all there is? Is this what represents hip-hop? This is what represents hip-hop in its entirety. That's not true. Do you forgive somebody for taking somebody? There's a lot of people out here taking from people. Not only like people are getting robbed of not only their money, and their spirituality. They're getting robbed of their womanhood and manhood. Are being taken in ways that nobody can explain. Do you chuckle? Do you laugh? Do you help? Do you criticize? Because I see a lot of jokes out there right now talking about baby oil. Everybody got a joke about having baby oil and lube. Is that okay? Is that the message? Ha 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 ha. That was funny, fam. Now what? I don't use baby oil. Lube sometimes makes it better. Should I come out with Ray Y jelly and do some kind of like skit and say, KY just gave me a deal. Ray Y jelly, I got 1,000 of them. Ha 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 ha. Ray Y. That funny to you? It's not to me. Because there's a victim out there that has been caught up in something that has affected their lives. And if it has something to do with that, or it has something to do with any other products or any other thing you're hearing about, it's distasteful.
At first, fans thought Ray J was just disloyal and had turned his back on Diddy. But now, with the allegations that Diddy made him an addict, we're starting to see his side of the story and why he would switch up like that. Well, Diddy's sons didn't take his criticism well, and they tried to jump him at influencer Tara Electra's Halloween party in LA. Hazel Lee, who was there to witness the entire confrontation, spilled the tea on how intense things got. She revealed that the atmosphere was so tense, she honestly thought it could turn violent, even fearing that someone might pull out a piece.
At the end of the party, when we were trying to exit the building, actually, I honestly just saw like Christian, Justin, Quincy kind of start circling Ray a little bit. Words were exchanged. Things started getting heated in there. Like, I don't want it to really like get to this level. So out of nowhere, Chris Brown hops out the car like a freaking leprechaun out of the magically delicious sky. And like, honestly, he started breaking it up. I tried to talk to Quincy, Christian, get their stance on it and let them know that this wasn't the time.
Luckily, Chris Brown was there and he stepped in before things could get uglier. But the beef didn't end there, because according to Whack 100, Diddy's sons tried to jump Ray J again at an event. This time, they didn't come alone. They pulled up with 8 people to jump Ray J. Luckily, Whack 100 was there and saved Ray J.
To the exposer homies, they talking about the Combses tried to rush you. And I'm like, what are you talking about? They tried to rush you in Miami?
Nigga, in LA, nigga.
Where?
Bro, you know I'm not gonna call y'all because this could go somewhere else. And I'm like, damn, at the club, dog.
But you didn't have Donut then with you?
I ain't had nobody with me, dog.
So how many of them was it? 2, 3?
I don't know, like 8.
Oh, so it was them at 8 and they tried to rush you for real.
When you factor in the allegations of Diddy getting Ray J hooked on substances, it kind of starts to add up as to why there seems to be so much beef and drama. One thing we know about Diddy's sons is that they will stand 10 toes down behind their father and defend him no matter what. So it's not surprising that they would jump Ray J for trying to speak up. And back to Ray J, the situation seems so bad that he even spoke about how he once attempted to end it all at a recent interview, causing fans to grow concerned for him.
A break. You said that you really need to think through things because there was a moment in your own life that you thought about. Tell me what was going on. Is that when you were on the roof in Mexico?
That was when I was on the roof. And that was, no, I thought about a lot, but that was when I attempted it.
No matter how you feel about Ray J, it's a terrible situation to be in, but hopefully things get better for him. Fans commented, well, yeah, we heard what the billionaire did to Kid Cudi's car. Anyway, I thought Ray and Diddy were friends. Why is he turning on him? What's going on with Brandy's baby brother? How did he get mixed up in this mess? Has he been the supplier? I remember he was around Whitney Houston the night before she drowned in the bathtub. Very suspicious circumstances. It probably has something to do with Diddy. And another celebrity crying out for help. Mental health is truly real. I pray and hope Ray J gets the help he needs. This is a mess, but y'all drop your thoughts about this in the comments, then check out this next video.